slow build approach for Billy Corgan's NWA. Alexis Carrillo here, back with some more wrestling talk content for the wrestling fan. Some more content right here on the Alexis Carrillo brand channel. Make sure to subscribe. And, something that's been making the news, something that's been garnering attention over the past few months on social media and on these platforms, as you may know, YouTube and Facebook and Twitter, is the NWA, the company that recently got bought by former TNA wrestling helmer Billy Corgan. He bought this company last year in the NWA, a company that, well, it wasn't really a company, it was more of a brand. It was more of the acronyms and the history of the NWA that he bought, because there wasn't a roster, there was barely a champion, and we'll get to that in a few more moments. But he really bought it for the history, he bought it for the company name and to promote it as NWA instead of starting from scratch. Now, when he bought it, he started to talk to podcasters and reviewers about having a 20-year plan, more likely wanting to slowly build this company into what it was. I think in one of those quotes in one of the articles I read last year, he had a 20-year plan to try to bring the NWA back into the wrestling landscape, back into wrestling relevance. And this started last year with the 10 pounds of gold videos that he has been posting, that he and his partner, his business partner Dave Lagana, have been posting on the NWA Wrestling YouTube channel, the 10 pounds of gold, which have really highlighted, first of all, initially it highlighted the history of the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, by many considered the most prestigious world championship in all of wrestling history. And then that transitioned into highlighting the current champion at the time, which was 53-year-old Tim Storm, champion, very traditional champion for the NWA, which in the beginning, when I first started watching these videos, I thought, well, he wasn't quite the right choice to be the champion. I thought the NWA needed somebody better, somebody young, somebody new, somebody revolutionary to lead the NWA into the new era. But this is what I wanted to get into. The 10 pounds of gold videos that they posted on their YouTube channel were so well produced, were so well planned. It really got us invested, first in the history and the current situation of the NWA World Championship. But not only that, it got us invested in Tim Storm, and him as a champion, him as a wrestler, him as a person. We saw him as a teacher in a middle school, I think, in a town in Texas. That really got us invested into his character. But not only that, also another thing that I wanted to highlight was, how the slow build for each character has been working for the NWA. Because first it was Tim Storm and him being the NWA World Champion. Then we got Josephus, kind of wrestler, a kind of character that I wasn't firstly drawn to. But now, as these videos have progressed, as they've offered us more content, more backstory for all these characters, you can really tell, you can really get invested if you pay attention to these videos. And then the introduction of Nick Aldis, which I think, him being the current NWA World Champion, he is the most underdeveloped in the NWA, because we know his motivation. His motivation was becoming NWA World Champion. Now that he's the World Champion, what is he going to do? He's really, to me, he's a one-sided character at this point. But that's what I wanted to highlight, the slow build, the NWA wanting us as fans, wanting you, the viewer, to invest in every single one of these characters and every single one of these wrestlers as a character, wanting you as the viewer to get involved in the story and their motivations. Because you could have said, you could have easily bought the NWA and then a month later gotten together a roster and put on some live events, try to get a TV deal, you know, a la Global Force Wrestling. And well, that hasn't really been working for GFW, so it didn't make sense for the NWA to take that business model and apply it to themselves. So I think Billy Corgan is really applying his patience and being smart about this. And the YouTube subscriber count for the NWA Wrestling YouTube channel has really been growing. More views for those videos, more fans have been getting invested. So I think it's working. We'll just see if it really turns out, how it really turns out, and if the NWA can certainly grow. But it's got my attention. But anyway, I want to know what you think. What have you seen these 10 pounds of gold NWA wrestling videos on YouTube? Do you plan on seeing them? What do you think the NWA can do to try and get more into the wrestling landscape and try to bring it back into relevancy, since, you know, it hasn't been like that since 2004. Hit the comment section below. Thanks for watching this video, and like always, if you're a first-time viewer, subscribe to the Alexis Carrillo brand channel if you want to get more wrestling talk content. That's it for me. Thank you. Till next time.